Hi everyone, I'm Chantel, that's Heather, and we're Book Wild!
Hey from Heather and Chantel in the future. We wanted to let you know that we filmed this TBR game before the death of George Floyd and the resulting events in Minneapolis as well as the rest of the nation. We are new content creators, and so we wanted to give ourselves plenty of time to edit. So we filmed this video early and made TBR choices that don't reflect the current state of what's going on.
In light of these events, we will be changing some of our TBR picks. We want to take this opportunity to further educate ourselves as allies and support POC authors and illustrators. We will still be using some of the prompts chosen in this video and hope to have some time to read those books originally chosen as well.
We also want to be mindful that June is Pride Month. As a bisexual woman, it's important to me to read and promote work by LGBTQIA+ individuals, and Chantel and I wanted to make sure that we don't miss the opportunity to celebrate Pride this month as well.
Thank you so much for understanding as we try to educate ourselves, lift others' voices, and navigate creating content. We wanted to jump on the TBR game trend, so we created our own version of Chutes and Ladders, and Heather is going to share the rules with us.
Yeah, so we kind of stole some ideas from Becca in the Books and Cody's Corner. We created our own game. It's called TBR Chutes and Ladders. So the way that it works is we made a board game with 80 squares, and it's very similar to like the childhood version of Chutes and Ladders. We're going to take 3 turns each month to decide what books that we're going to pick. So say that I were to roll a 1 and landed on square 1, it would take me up the ladder actually to square 18, and then my prompt would be respect your elders. Or say that I landed on square 11, that would actually be a slide down to square 3, and then I would have to choose a book that's written by a woman of color. So that is the simple rules of the game. I'm going to let Chantel explain kind of our own spin on it if we don't finish our TBR.
So the penalty for not completing all 3 of our TBR picks in any given month is the next month we will have to roll a 4th time and select a 4th book for a new prompt, but we do not get to move our token those extra spaces. So we have an extra book, but we don't move the extra spaces.
So some of these prompts can be a little confusing. I thought I was very punny when we created this board game. So like Respect Your Elders is the oldest book that you have on your TBR and Goodreads. It's a graphic novel, and if anything comes up that's not self-explanatory, we will explain it as we go. Then as you can see, if we get to the 80th square, you win the game. Chantel, what do we get if we win?
So the loser of the game will put together a care package, a bookish care package for the winner. And we don't have the specifics yet, but we're thinking something along the lines of 3 books, some self-care items, and some personal items that we think the other person would love to have in a fun care package. Shout out to Heather for making this awesome game board.
So, Chantel, are you ready for your first turn?
I'm ready. I have the die, and here goes the first roll. I got a 3. So that is written by a woman of color. Okay. So for my first pick, I'm going to do Why Are All the Black Kids Sitting Together in the Cafeteria? And this one's by Beverly Danielle Tatum. I came across this when I was reading Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race, and that was by Rennie Edo Lodge. And it was just a really interesting take on a Black female's perspective of race and race conversations in the UK. And I would just like to get more of a perspective. So I'm really excited for this one.
All right, good pick, Chantel. I'm going to go for my first roll. And I also got a 3. So I will also be reading a book written by a woman of color. So I am choosing Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I have had this book on my shelf for so long, and I've always been meaning to get around to it. I know it's a book that I'm going to enjoy and learn from, so I'm excited to finally be picking it up and learning about her life.
Roll number 2. And I got a 1, which brings me to 4, and I go up the ladder to 14, which our prompt is get graphic, so this means a graphic novel. So I'm going to be reading Wires and Nerve Volume 2, Gone Rogue, and I don't have it with me here, but I will insert a picture there, and I'm really excited for this one. I read the entire series and the first Wires and Nerve and loved the artwork, loved the story, so I'm really excited to continue with that.
My second turn, we will see if I continue to follow in Chantel's footsteps. I got a 2. So I am on square 5, a book that is set at sea. Interesting. I'm sort of cheating, but it's our game, so we can do whatever we want. This is The Shipping News by Annie Proulx. This is a book that I recently picked up. It is on the Infinite Variety Reading Challenge, which is a list of books I've been trying to get through, and it sounds really interesting. It's about a man who is like ripped out of his regular life when something happens to his wife who has been cheating on him. He retreats with his 2 daughters to his ancestral home on the Newfoundland coast, and then I believe the rest of the story takes place on the Newfoundland coast and kind of deals with him dealing with private demons, as well as like learning about his ancestry. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure, but I am excited to read this book.
Last roll. I got a 6, which brings me to 20, and that prompt is look into my crystal ball.
That is a 5-star prediction. That's a good one.
I'm going to go with Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. This is, I think, one of Heather's favorite books. I haven't read it. I'm really excited. I think I'm really going to love this story and can't wait.
Me neither. So I got a 5. I was on 5. So I'm on 10, which is a thriller, which I'm excited about because later in the month I'm staying at a cabin in the woods and I was wanting to read a thriller for this time. So that is perfect. Thanks, game. So I am choosing Leanne Moriarty's The Husband's Secret. This isn't exactly like the cabin in the woods thriller that I was thinking I was going to choose. But my sister has been trying to get me to read Leanne Moriarty for so long. And it was between this or Big Little Lies. Those are the 2 that I have. And this is a paperback. It's easier to travel with. So that's why I chose this. But I am excited to read it. 1, because it sounds really interesting. I'm sure most of you guys know what Leanne Moriarty's books are like. But there's a husband that wrote his wife a letter. And it has deep, dark secrets that like has the potential to destroy his wife's life, but she finds it before he passes away. We'll see. I may also tack on a creepier thriller as well, but I want to read this one first just so my sister will be quiet. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. If anyone has read any of these 6 books, please leave a comment down below. We would love to chat about them with you all. We're excited to get reading.
We'll see you next month for another round of Chutes and Ladders TBR.
For a second, I thought you were drinking a big gallon of milk, and I was like, shit, that's disgusting.
We're book wild.
We're book wild. Thanks for watching, friends.
My turn.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, friends. No, I can't say it. Okay.
Yay!
Was that too cheesy?
It might have been.